Lab.
Welcome, everybody, to the Method Lab, the METHOD Lab. My host Gio's on the way. My boy Eleazar, my mentor, my man's is in the building with us today.
I'm standing in as Gio.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Larry, a.k.a. Luffy, and I am here to be king of the pirates for a day. Arr. If you're tuning in right now on Facebook and Twitch, you need to be tuned in right now to share, like, subscribe, and let everybody in the building know that we're live, and we're televised right here from www.1025mke.com, radio you can watch. Right. This is the only place where you can see us, of course, this website here, where you can see us uninterrupted and uncensored and uncanceled as well.
Right. Exactly. We don't get canceled over here, not on this side.
Not on this side, no. So, it gets very disgusting everywhere else. But this is no different. And right. I was told that it was very funny yesterday what we did about a simp named Fatback. The little montage we put together.
Gotcha.
And that comes from a place called love, you know?
Right.
We're not mocking where we are. But at the same time, it's all in good nature and fun. You know, we love the people of the UK. And it's only right that we have a little humor from here and there. But no, today is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Whole nother day.
Yep.
More money, more problems.
Right. Exactly. Exactly, man.
Shit. And let me tell you, today is a special episode to me. It really is. It just is. It's so interesting because, like, sometimes, you know, when we leave here,
right,
we wonder kind of like what the show is going to be about,
right,
and how we're going to, you know, entertain, but at the same time inform. Mm-hmm. And speak on things. And sometimes, you know, news happens and you catch as much of it as you can and you try to hit as many topics as you can. Right. And sometimes your spirit just moves you to talk about other things. And it's just how it goes. Right. You know, sometimes we want to get to other subjects, and we do, and sometimes we get to them late. Sometimes we get to them right there because we're in that moment.
Right.
But when we do, trust the journey.
Right.
Because sometimes we might be speaking to somebody that you know.
Yeah.
You know? And it may be something that, it may be to you. It may be something that you need to hear. Or something that you know somebody need to hear.
Exactly. You know, it's every day is a different thing, you know what I mean? And we don't discriminate.
We don't.
We talk about everything.
Yeah.
Talk about everybody. And it's, you know what I mean? We are an open source of entertainment, but at the same time, we're educating people on certain shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
definitely make sure you guys keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Like, you know, we're not going anywhere.
And the phone lines are open, so you can call or text at 414-502-9447.
Right.
You know, you can hop in on the chat. Matter of fact, I'm hopping in on the chat so that I can get in here and.
Right. If you guys have, you know, a topic you guys want to cover, feel free to call.
Right.
We can always talk about that too. You know what I mean, and get it done that way.
Yeah.
So we are not like you guys always say. We are unapologetic.
Oh yeah.
Uncensored. You know, like I've told people before that everybody on this show has different views and opinions, and we want you to voice them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it creates dialogue. It creates something for all of us to talk about.
Yeah.
And we can agree to disagree, and that's that simple. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Vonnie says, "I'm definitely not going anywhere. I love y'all guys." No, we appreciate it. Thank you. We always talk shit.
Yeah, we love you too, Vonnie, man.
Yeah.
We talk that shit. We talk some shit.
Of course.
We love it.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why I can't wait for Gio to get here, because this will be a special special episode for him too. Just as special as it is for me
Okay.
to preach this gospel.
To get it out.
I swear,
Yeah.
it was something in our spirit last night
Okay.
that just we had a moment of news, and just it was a funny night
Gotcha.
that we left on. And shout out to everybody, Lee especially.
Okay.
Great production.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
'cause I was entertained. Even
Okay.
with the silliness and everything, I was still
Yeah.
entertained over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Like and the music was great. I still want to know who that was.
Okay. So I talked to him about that yesterday.
Okay.
It's not even a group.
Right.
Okay. The one young lady used to be from Milwaukee. She moved to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And they put this little group together to do this project.
Right.
Okay. So the guitar player, the keyboard player, and the two background vocalists are all new to this whole situation. So the young lady, let me see if he actually put her name in it, because I was telling him that we wanted to do some stuff.
Right.
And he's like, well, let's do it. Let's just put it together. And Lee is spurred a moment, let's do it tomorrow type ordeal, you
Right.
know? And we're a little bit more, give us a few days, let us, prep.
Right.
And he's like, no, let's just do it tomorrow. Hold on, man. I'm going to tell you right now. Let me see.
Because they had some great song selections.
Yeah, they were doing stuff from Jasmine Sullivan, Eric
Okay.
Benet.
Yeah.
They were all over the place. And you know what? Lee, damn it, he didn't put her name in there. It just says rehearsal in HD.
God damn it. Lee, we know you watch. Lee, you're somewhere in this building.
Man. He'll be here later tonight, man. But tomorrow they're actually recording it live.
Okay.
They're going to do it live, supposedly. She didn't want to do it live.
She didn't.
But no, she was like, no, I'd rather pre-record it, edit it, and then put it out versus just doing it live. He's like, no, let's just do it live. So,
Why does she want to do it live?
I don't know.
Her voice is amazing.
Yeah. And then the dude, I remember we did his album release party. The dude that was one of the backup singers.
Yeah.
We did his album release party, myself and DJ Lee, because Lee needed some of my lighting and the fog machines and stuff. And we went and did his CD release party.
Okay.
And he can sing, man.
Yeah.
Like, he can sing, too. Like,
He was cool.
yeah, the background singers can actually sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're good. They're really
are.
good. They clowning the whole time when they're not singing the actual song they need to be singing. But they was, making their own renditions of just certain shit, and it was just funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they was just doing it.
See, I noticed like they had this chemistry because of the silliness that they were doing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was at first it was easy to assume they were a group because I was like, shit, they look like they've been on the road forever.
Right. Yeah, their banter was nuts.
Yeah.
Like they was, they are friends, I guess, but they're
Right.
not a group.
That's why I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So to watch them just kind of rehearse was funny, but at the same time very entertaining. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to film this, but I don't know if I should be. I don't know if I can actually do that. I was like, this shit is amazing. And I was like, I snuck one. I had my phone and I was recording myself, and I was just like, oh, this song is so good. And I was just like, shh, just into the camera, because I was just like, this is so freaking great. Like, they really sound amazing together. She sounded amazing. I think she should do it live, but, I don't know. That's the artist.
Right.
Sounds great to me. But
That's wild.
that's going to happen, and I'm going to be there for that one. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be an awesome recording.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. It'll be it'll actually be the recordings tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
as I said, I'm going to be there for that one.
yeah,
That's gonna be
definitely.
fun.
It's like I said, we do a lot of stuff here, man, and we have a lot of very talented people in our deck of cards. You know what I mean? Like we have, and not even just the artists, but like DJ Lee himself. You know what I mean? And You guys, obviously, with Pro Point Media and Alameda TV and just a little bit of everything. So we cover the gambit of this entertainment thing that we do. You know what I mean? So from live streaming to radio broadcast to being on, the internet with this type of stuff, we have enough capability to get it done.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking to have a project filmed, recorded, multimedia streamed, all that type of stuff, hit us up. That's other things that we do. It's not just radio and broadcast that we're doing right now, but we have the ability to do more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you haven't been to the building either, you need to come through and take a look. That way, if you guys have aspirations to do an event or, event space or any of that type of stuff, you can come here and take a look at it, and we can, help you get it done.
Yeah. I mean, hell, it's a lovely pad, I must say.
Yeah.
It's a lovely flat, as the British would say. I'm taking up. I'm trying to be a very cultured man, coming out of 2021 and going forward. Like, I'm knocking on 40, and I'm trying to be international. Okay. Like that was my goal. Like, by 40, I have to be an international man. I have to be. I have to have a passport stamped, have gone somewhere. And I want to before 40.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends. Like, if we plan on doing this trip, you're going to get some stamps.
Yeah.
So.
And I want to be legit. I want to be able to go and to be that guy that has the pictures and stuff in my photo album. Just,
right. Be like, ta-da.
Ta-da.
Right.
Palm trees and coasted ocean. Look at these fucking oysters. They're fresh.
Right.
These motherfuckers are fresh.
Right.
They glisten.
Dude, you know what's crazy is I'm in this group right now. They're trying to say how many people are in here, add the number. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So each post is like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And I tried to put in my number, and somebody took it already. So now I'm like trying to catch up to the number, and they had 150 something.
Oh man, that's
it's
crazy.
Ridiculous. But anyway, we should start that on a page.
We should.
We should do that on our page. Like, hey, listen.
We should. We should do something like that. That'll be fun. Yeah. I was thinking about that when I was listening to them, that singing group. And it made me remember my days when I was in middle school. And it was funny. It was weird. We had this, it was like 7th grade. And I don't know why I remembered this, but it was just so funny and random when I got home. It must be the fact that I work too goddamn much. And it just, random shit just pop in your head when you're knocking on 40.
Right, yeah.
But I remembered this shit, and I was like, holy shit. I remember when I was in middle school, 7th grade, and it was a bunch of us. We were really getting into, like, the Boyz II Men and Jodeci era.
Oh, yeah.
R. Kelly shit,
right.
All that R&B, smooth hip-hop shit,
right.
Biggie and all that shit. So, shit is lit back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was, man. All the groups.
And inspiration everywhere.
Yeah.
So people are trying, learning new instruments. People are trying to be rappers. People trying to be singers and groups. Everybody trying to find themselves in this art school in the middle of downtown on the east side. And I remember it was like me and a group of my friends came up with a stupid idea once to actually be a singer group. And it was funny as hell because we was all short. We was the short motherfuckers. And we used to joke and say, we're going to be the Bigelows. And and it was funny because it was, at first, dude wanted to say the Big Belows, but we was like, nah, we can't do that, man. Right. We're going to get kicked out the school. Because we was talking about, like, designing hats and shit. Like, We knew Latinos that could take the little, like, you know how they made the metal belt buckles and shit with the name and shit?
Yeah.
I was going to have Bigelows. He was like, Big Belows. Like, put it on the belt. And I was like, nah, man, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Oh, that's funny.
We was ahead of our time.
Right. Dude said we was the new Color Me Bad.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny as hell because we were doing our thing and we were trying, you know,
right.
but it was just we couldn't stop goofing off.
Okay.
And a lot of us couldn't stop getting suspended and shit.
Oh, boy.
Clattered around in class.
So it wasn't that you weren't there long enough to be able to.
Right. You know, to really do anything about it. So I ended up slipping more into the music thing and learning how to be a drummer and try to play piano and stuff like that.
So you was on the production side.
Yeah, on the production side, and that's how I ended up slipping into theater and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But, you know, it always took me like that. Like, damn, what would have happened?
Right. So last night you went home and you had a glitch.
Yeah, I had a glitch.
What did you remember?
And I remembered doing this, and I remembered that whole thing, and like, wow, I wonder what would have happened.
Was there a specific instance that came back?
The fact that when we were actually going over the name,
okay,
and that Big Below, and it was just the fact that we even came up with Bigelow out of that and just dropped the below, and I was like, you know, that was the dumbest fucking thing I could ever think about. Like, because I was always thinking like, damn, what would have happened if I would have pursued music? And I was like, oh, that's right, that's.
I was part of that smash hit, Big Below.
Right. We wanted to, it was all off a dick joke. Like, her name was based on a dick joke. And I'd be like, I don't think I'd want to be associated with a group based off a dick joke.
And all the dudes in the background like, ooh.
Bigelow in the house.
No.
All of us 5 foot or higher. We was gonna get like one big person. He was gonna be the bass guy.
That's funny. You got the dudes that remember the good old Naú. Ain't nobody.
Nah.
Ain't doing it no more.
It was competitive too. Like back in them art schools, it was competitive as fuck. Like motherfuckers damn near gangbang in the arts. Like motherfuckers in the jazz quartet didn't fuck with nobody from hip hop.
Right.
Like, you niggas don't know shit. Like, the fuck? Niggas think y'all tough because y'all play saxophone and shit. Fuck y'all niggas, man. Fuck Miles Davis, nigga.
Hey,
fuck
man,
that shit.
I played this saxophone next to this candle.
Right. This a bad motherfucker with a saxophone and shit.
Right.
Nigga walking with a goddamn briefcase and shit, just walking down, long coat.
What's funny, man, is my kid used to play the saxophone, and he played the alto sax.
Really?
And he was like, he got good at it. And then he just stopped out of nowhere. And I wasn't mad at him. I kept telling these kids, I told both my kids, learn how to play the keyboard.
Yeah.
Or the piano. You learn that, you can play anything.
Yeah.
Okay, literally after keyboard or piano, you can play absolutely anything because it's reading scale and learning how to play the keys and chords, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same structure for all the other stuff. Well, anyway, so I tell them, learn the keyboard, take piano. They didn't listen. He goes and learns the saxophone, and it's not easy to go from saxophone to keyboard. It's the opposite direct, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different. But, yeah, man, but this is the thing. So now if you learn the keyboard, without ever touching another instrument, you can play that instrument because there's so many plugins and you can make the piano sound like the saxophone or any other instrument.
Because it has all the chords.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So there's plugins that you can use to make it sound like you're playing a saxophone when you're playing the keys.
See, that's why I took piano.
Yeah.
Like I was like, shit. When I first took piano, I didn't know how to read the scales or any of that. I took piano because I learned by ear. I watched one of my friends play a scale, and I was like, what did you touch?
Right.
And I watched him do it, and I memorized his moves and did it. And when I knew what to do, then I just got to be faster at it. And I will build off of that. Like, okay, this scale gives me this chord, so I think I can play this song. and then just
Right.
find the scales to that, and that's how I would do it. But I wanted to always go back and actually learn because I knew the chords, where the chords were, but actually reading the scales and knowing how to build from that was what I needed to learn. So
That's the like I said, man. Once you learn how to play the keyboard, you're gonna be able to play anything and produce anything.
yeah,
That's that's the biggest thing. I kind of want to go back and learn
Yeah.
how to play it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Just cause.
Yep.
Like, I always said, like, if I was living comfortably, I would always have a piano nearby, just cause I just want to be just at least in the basement.
Right. Yeah. And you know what's funny, man? Right now we have an old school wood upright piano at my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's a storage rack.
Ah, see, well, I want me old fashioned.
No, you know what I want, man? I really, no lie, I want a baby grand piano.
Really,
Yeah, I just like the look of them. You know what I'm saying?
they
Like,
do look amazing, and they're so regal though. I'm so afraid of like how it could become trashed. Like I'm just like, oh, I have to take so much care of this damn thing.
You want to just make sure you babysit it. You know what I mean, and not be like, well, yeah, here's a piano,
Right.
and then it becomes a storage rack.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, no lie, our piano's in the corner, and it's got shit
Just
stacked on top
all
of
over it. See?
It really does. And don't get me wrong, where the keys are, there's nothing there because there's a little lid, you know, open and close. But the top of that motherfucker is all kinds of shit on it. So I'm like, is anybody ever going to play this damn piano? But yeah, it's whatever, man. I don't know. It's weird.
No lie. You walk into a house that's got a baby grand piano
people
just
wanna
right
play
there.
it.
That's some sexy shit. That's some sexy shit. Fancy parties is coming out of that house. Straight
Yeah.
up. Like automatically I see that right there in the center. Oh, this house got a grotto. Somewhere in this motherfucker's a grotto somewhere.
Shit. Be like, where's the grotto? She'll be like, we don't got one of them. We
Right.
got this dope ass piano.
Like ain't nobody naked yet. It's a grotto back here.
All right.
But no, there's a video that I had in the drive that I guess we can jump into. And it's the little world news recap
Okay.
of some shit that's been going on, some trendy shit that I felt like we should all talk about or address.
World News Recap?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Let me.
Just a little synopsis of what's going on that I'm not sure a lot of people are aware of, but here's what's really trending around the world, what the whole world is really talking about as far as like what you see
Yeah.
people chattering about. This is the news for that.
All right, let's see.
So right before top-level U.S. officials are due to travel to South Korea, the sister of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un has offered an odd warning to the Biden administration. Chris Livesay is in Rome, is following this story as well as other international stories for us. Chris, what did she say?
Good morning, Anne-Marie. That's right. North Korea is back to threatening the United States again, only this time it's not the leader who's making the taunts. Kim Yo-jong, that's Kim Jong-un's sister, told state media that if the U.S., quote, wants to sleep in peace, it had better refrain from causing a stink. Now, that warning came as U.S. President Joe Biden is preparing to lay out his Korean policy, and a day before top U.S. officials arrive in Seoul, South Korea, which has been conducting joint military exercises with the U.S. Let's go now to Latin America, where the former Bolivian interim president has been ordered to 4 months in detention. It comes ahead of the trial of Janine Áñez for her role in the ousting of former Bolivian leader Evo Morales. Áñez took over after Morales was pushed to resign in 2019, something Morales and his supporters insist was a coup. Now, Áñez and 2 former members of her cabinet are charged with conspiracy, sedition, and terrorism, charges they deny. Let's turn down under and online. Facebook has agreed to pay Rupert Murdoch's News Corp Australia for journalism from its local outlets. The deal comes weeks after Australia passed a law, the first of its kind in the world, aimed at making tech giants pay for news content, something that could impact the future of social media globally and how we consume news. Facebook and Australia had been in a locked battle, with Facebook even stripping all Australian news from the site in an 8-day blackout, effectively unfriending the entire country. But with the new deal, it appears Facebook and Australia are friended again. And finally, let's wrap things up here in Europe. A painting by Gustav Klimt is being reunited with its Jewish owners after the Nazis forced their ancestor to sell it. The landscape has been in France, which bought it for the Musée d'Orsay in Paris in 1980 without realizing its history. Called Rose Bushes Under the Trees, it was owned by Nora Stiasny of Austria, who sold it in desperation in 1938, a few years before she died in a Nazi concentration camp. And this is no small gesture for France, considering this Klimt was the only piece by that artist in the possession of the entire country, and also considering the intrinsic value of a work by such an artist. In 2017, one of his paintings went for roughly $60 million at auction. But of course, you can't put a price on doing the right thing. Anne Marie?
So true, Chris. Thank you.
See that shit? She had the Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man glasses.
Welcome.
Well, hey everybody, how we doing?
Well,
Shit.
first and foremost,
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Do this shit.
we were just in, and like I was informing you, the sister issued a threat to the Biden administration for their so-called upcoming plan for Korea, or their, Korea relations plan.
Okay.
And she basically let them know, whatever your strategy is for us, come correct. Don't fuck around.
And that's when they turned around and put the platinum plan away. Damn it.
Exactly.
Damn it.
Like, I'm letting you know right now, as she spoke on his behalf. So just to let you know, because, and see, you got to understand something.
Her life is on the line. If she don't fucking nail this speech,
Oh, no.
they gonna fucking inject
Oh, no,
her
no,
like
no.
he did his brother.
Oh, no. People are reading this the wrong way. Like, this isn't a secretary. This is a sister. They all came from this family. And trust me, there's nothing worse than a woman that wants that seat and can't have it. Trust me when I say these are her words, not Kim Jong-un's. But because she is in this position, she is ready to let you know she ain't fucking around. So, believe you me, this is an era. Fellas, women are in a position of power. Do not take that shit lightly. Biden is from a very old era where he thinks he can charm and sweet talk his way. He gonna fuck around and get his dick cut off and get the country fucked up. Okay? He walk in there taking a whiff of this girl, and that's it. Red button is pushed. If you are advising this man, advise his ass to stay home.
Right.
Do this shit via chat and have someone there, preferably a woman.
Or Gerard Butler.
If anything, you know what?
If he's not in the room, he's not safe.
You know what? The smart thing to do, send Kamala. Send Kamala. Have them sit down, woman to woman, because I guarantee you, that's one thing that I will give her credit for. She will have a very honest conversation. Warlord to warlord. And I guarantee you, they will walk away from that conversation well informed and ready and willing to at least feel this out. This piece shit. Now, I'm not saying that whatever deal they make is gonna be all right for everybody. But if you don't want the button to get pushed and charges to get filed on behalf of the United Nations for war crimes and sexual harassment on a global scale, you better send Kamala. Because if you saying I just don't trust Biden, I don't trust him. You're gonna be like, ooh, she's a looker. Fire. Fire. She gonna push that shit on his ass. Fuck that.
That's funny. That's interesting. You know who we need to send?
Who?
James Franco.
James Franco. James Franco. So I got stank dick. Fucking asshole. That'll probably. You know what? That'll probably be the negotiation. That's probably what they want. Send Franco and Seth Rogen.
They're calling Dennis Rodman right now. Can you set this up?
They're gonna be Dennis Rodman just sitting there. You're gonna get in the van. You're gonna get in the van. Get in the fucking van. Seth, just get in the van. I got weed. Just get in the van.
He does look like he drives a Chevy conversion van.
Got a fucking cigar and a gold jacket. Get in the van. And jogging pants and shit. Like he just woke up and just threw a jacket on. Get in the van. Just get in the van.
Carmen Electra in the passenger seat.
Get in.
He's not with her anymore, is he?
No.
Nah,
but
he's actually. I
I'm
don't
sure
know who
they
the fuck-
still. I'm sure they still know each other.
I don't even.
Dabble.
Yeah.
I think Dennis is just I know he has a white girl, but he has many, cause pretty much he just drinks. He goes out, he drinks and tells those stories to people. Like it's kind of fucked
He's a
up.
rambling man.
Yeah, he's a rambling man. Like he's living off of that.
Yeah.
I hang out with foreign leaders.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like that's the highlight of his life.
He's got Steven Seagal in speed dial.
Yeah.
I still try. He did play. They said he played a game recently, and dude had like fucking 29 rebounds or some shit. Like he was at his age. Like they had him out for a charity game in another country, and this motherfucker was balling. He balled the fuck out on everybody. Defensive, like he still put up the numbers. Yeah. I was like, goddamn, for one game. He's shit, man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Against young folks. The man broke his dick 3 times. What the fuck you expect? He can't die.
Can't die.
He can't. I've never heard of any man doing anything like that. He has a story about how he broke his dick 3 times. And he animated it. He animated the shit for Vice. They animated
Tell
it.
the story. I remember this story.
You remember the story?
Yeah.
He broke his dick 3. Let me find this video.
Yeah.
He broke his dick 3 times, and they told it on Vice. And I remember the first time I saw it, I fell out on the ground. I was crying because it was so random. And he told the way he tells it. The way he tells the story,
I broke my dick.
like it's so natural. Like, yeah, I broke my dick, and it's just it's like it's nothing to him.
Then I broke my dick again.
Like the fact that no man I've known ever in history of life has ever broke their dick. I heard porn stars breaking their dick, and I was like, that's it. You done. You're done. It's crooked, but it's done.
Hit
But-
the G-spot from the side.
Right. But the fact that it was him and he was just so nonchalant, like, yep, broke my dick again.
Now, has it broken the same place?
That's
At this
I'm
point,
just saying, I'm not. That's rough, right?
at this point, honestly, I believe it's broken. I think it's broken in fucking several fucking places at once.
You got the
And-
fucking Chargers logo.
Yeah, like it's a fucking bolt cock. It's no. I didn't even think it's usable. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was even possible. But this fucking guy. Oh, I found it. This fucking guy. This guy, man. I was shocked. I was just totally shocked.
Wasn't that from like his 30 for 30 or some shit?
I don't know. Shit, I was expecting him to bring it up. I was expecting him to bring up 30. Like, please get to the part where he broke his dick. like, did this happen during the NBA season? I need to know. Because if he was still dropping triple doubles with a broken dick in 3 different places, this nigga needs to be in the Hall of Fame first ballot as soon as he left the court. Like, there's no fucking way. That is no. Trust me. Every man in the world, gay or straight, their number one fear before death
Is breaking
their dick or losing it. No man wants to feel that pain.
You gotta have priorities in life.
No man.
There's no bones.
No fucking man ever wants to feel that pain. Anytime something happens to another man's dick, we wince. We all feel it. We have a memorial inside of our spirit. Like, you son of a bitch.
It's a save point.
Survive! Survive!
We fly our flags half staff. In those days.
Those days, it's man, it's an unspoken rule. Unspoken.
I found it, but it won't let me download it. So you just have to play it from there.
For real? Let me try. I think I can get this thing. I've never been denied and just allowed it. I don't know. It probably have been. I don't know.
It keeps telling me unavailable. It won't do it.
No.
Damn.
God damn it.
So you'd have.
Vice.
Can you play it from there?
Yeah, I'll play it right from here.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's salty. I don't want to keep the video. I just want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Let's go to vids. Vids. Here we go, and then we're gonna go there.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, no.
Let's go full screen.
Yeah, this one is
Okay, hold on.
because this is funny as
Good
hell.
old Dennis.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, shit.
if you didn't want to know, too bad, because you're about to find out about Dennis Rodman breaking his dick on several occasions. Trust me, this was not planned. However, this is something that this is a story that everyone should hear and see. for
Right, and
themselves.
we just have the ability to pull it up and make it happen.
Right. And what you're going to see is Dennis Rodman and some animations to help illustrate exactly, because they can't show his.
Right, here we go.
Hey, this is Dennis Rodman. Let me show you how to break your dick 3 ways. I was on a boat one time in Dallas, Texas. They go out there all day long, you know, in the sun, drinking, party. Go to the bar after at night, drunk as a motherfucker. This. My girlfriend, whatever. We're in the back of the boat, the big king size bed. You know, she said, we gotta have sex. She loves sex, man. So I think I'm gonna try something different. She said, go over there, walk over there. I said, okay, I'll walk over there. She said, I want you to run and jump in my pussy. I said, all right, great. So I go run. I literally do. I'm like, oh, blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. I mean, no sooner I did that shit, you just see it just popping up all over me. She's a white girl, you just saw the blood all over her. She's screaming, oh my God, he's dead. I killed him, oh my God. And I said, no, honey, I just broke my dick. I was playing for Detroit. We was playing the Rockets, and this girl named Tracy, she flew down to see me, so we had dinner. She said, yeah, and she brought this book, said, you know what? I said, why are you reading them books? She said, no, I got to learn how to suck dick. And it says how to suck dick in 10 different ways. I saw that book, I said, oh. So, next thing you know, she turns around, push back on me, I mean hard. Like, push at the wall like that, push back, crack. You know, Couldn't do anything. I mean, your dick still get hard, you know, but it's just kind of, it don't get straight, it just gets kind of like that, like a big up carrot. Then the third time, it was in New York. Same go, same thing. We go to the hotel room, having sex, and they're saying, no, they go to the hospital. My girlfriend's like, well, you know, he has a problem with his penis. And the woman comes up and says, oh, okay, great. Be right back. She brings another doctor in. Oh, I know what that is. Brings another doctor. I swear to God, she kept bringing people in. Why? So she brought 8 people in. And so I said, dude, I know what it is, so just give me a pill for it. No, we're just making sure that you're okay. I said, I know what it is, give me a pill for it. It'll be done in 3 weeks. You know, in doctor's terms, you have a contused penis. Contused. I said, come on. He said, well, you broke your dick, because your dick don't bend that way. They don't even bend that way. They don't bend at all. Like what I'm talking about, right? A day later, my girlfriend gets a call at the hotel. The nurse that was in the hospital. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to sell this picture for $25,000. Can you help us out? How about that one? They took pictures of my whatever, and she had them, and she's going to see them, give it to the National Enquirer and everybody like that, so she sold it for $25,000. But she wanted $25,000 from me. And my girl was like, sell them. Go ahead and do it. That's kind of shit right there. That's the easy shit. Oh, I'm good to go now. I'm good to go, man. Shit. It's all good. Take a pill. That's 3 times I did that and broke my dick.
Shouts out to Viceland, man.
Man, that content's for me. That's funny.
Dude, that is fucking funny.
Nah, Mel said he looked like he breaks his dick.
That's hilarious.
Yo,
That is our diplomatic ambassador
dog.
to North Korea.
There you have it. Like you cannot fake
shit.
that, man. That is easily just the dumbest shit to do. Never am I ever jumping off of anything into anyone.
Nah.
Think
Just-
about that, though. Dude's like, yeah, I already know the routine. It's 3 weeks out. Just give me a pill. Like, what the-
It was like, wait a minute. They just kept bringing people in. Can you look at this? is this normal?
Oh,
They brought it.
She said, sell him.
yeah.
That's so funny. The lady doctor was the first one to see it, and she went and got a guy. I was like, "Excuse me, I'm no expert, but can you look at this?" And he came in and said, first it was already a trip because it's Dennis Rodman. And then it's already, oh shit, Dennis, what's up? What the fuck? Harold, hey, come take a look at this shit. You don't mind, do you? Okay, Harold, what the? Holy shit, where's the walkie-talkie? Paulie, get the fellas. You in lunch? You got to get here and take a look at this shit. This is crazy. You don't mind, do you? I'm sorry. Dog, that is not normal. Take a look at this shit. Hurry up. Bring the guys. Now, 8 people are in there looking at that and saying, what the? Because nowhere in history, already, he like you said, it bends in ways it's not supposed to.
I can't imagine. I've seen my leg bend ways it's not supposed to. I can't imagine.
I can only imagine.
That shit.
This nigga's cock's in cursive. That shit still loopy-loops. Like, he's in there, that's good.
Oh, shit.
Just goes.
Just go.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, but that's some of the funniest shit ever, yo.
Oh, man.
I can't front. That's hilarious. But I digress. We're not here to talk about cricket dicks. We're not. Because I don't want that on my conscience.
He said, do you ever suffer from Peyronie's disease? You see that fucking commercial?
It's fucked up. Oh man. But you know what though?
Like Money Mike would say, it's only smells.
It's only smells. It's only smells.
Yeah.
I don't need to ask how was your evening because I know
It was eventful.
it was.
It was great.
Yeah. It was
It
so
was
good.
great.
And today, like I told Eleazar, today is a special episode.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
This is
see where that
special.
goes.
It's a special one.
Oh, man.
But no, we want to. I'm going to preach from a very good place.
All right, let's do it.
You know, there was a thing I saw. I don't know if you guys ever watch Bill Maher's Real Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Real Time Bill Maher. I try to catch.
I used to be a fan.
Yeah, I'm not so much a fan anymore. Like I used to watch it like that,
Yeah.
and you know, I just kind of catch it whenever I see certain people on there that I want to, you know, see what they do. I caught this one, and it was really dope. This ending part that I saw, and I wanted to share it with you guys and talk about it. Of course, I know we didn't dive into some of the recap stuff from the news, and I'm going to get into that too as well. But this one I really want to jump into, and I was kind of waiting for you to get here to play it. But it's called "We Lost to China."
The Bill Maher.
Yeah. He made this final thought for his show, and it was very interesting what he had to say, and very honestly, and I think everybody needs to hear this.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Let's watch. Wow. Damn.
That's real.
Part of the curriculum?
Killing.
What the fuck is wrong with these?
Yes, that's real. Those are real fucking classes that people are taking.
At universities. Wow. That's,
This is why.
and it's all facts.
This is why our people are stupid.
Yeah. It's all facts. That's some real ass shit right there.
When you look at that, when you look at the numbers, when you hear that damning testimony, when I'm sitting here debating to myself, I'm like, damn, man. You know, my daughter's sitting there. She's like, you know, Dad, I like animation so much. I want to animate. I want to draw. Mm-hmm. She has aspirations. She wants to go to NYU. That's what she told me. For animation. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know, I dig that you like NYU, but I want you to pick 2 more schools as well. 3 more if you can, but 2 more. Just 2 strong choices of schools that are just as good for that, if not better. You know? And looking at that, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, she loves drawing animation. She loves animation. I know there's schools out there in China that she would flourish in. If she took the language and she took, you know, studied the language and stuff and how to write that, she would excel out there. Because she would know English, she would know Spanish, and she would know Chinese. She
That'd be
would
pretty
kill
dope.
it. She would
That'd be
kill
pretty
it.
dope.
Yeah. She would destroy it.
We would have to hire a mercenary to travel with her, though.
I'm going.
No.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going.
I'm good.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going
Clock
out there.
me in.
I'm going. I'm getting. I'm some CCW. I'm going.
I don't think the CCW will travel all the way to China, bro.
I just need the license. That's all. I just need the license, and I'll get the katana when I'm there. Get the katanas and bikes when I'm there. As soon as I'm established, I'll send for the team. Because I got to see this for myself. I've always wanted to see it personally,
China?
but yeah, but at the same time, like it makes me very, very nervous.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to see what the temperature's like there for my kind. I got to see it for myself, and that's one thing I would be like before I even just. All right, go to China, girl. Hold on, let me check this temperature real quick.
So HBO already flagged it for us playing it.
Did they?
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We just got a notification.
Send
so
us a check.
I already.
What's good, man?
Man.
Don't like the promotion we're talking about? What the fuck?
Right. I even said, hey, we're using fair use for reporting the news.
Yeah,
Man.
So
it's new shit.
It's because they were spitting facts.
That's what it is, man. I hate when we share the truth.
So,
sad.
so when they do that, what happens? The feed goes down, or
if you check it on your end, you might be able to see it. You
Yeah, I'm
might
still
No, I'm
seeing
still
it.
seeing it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I disputed it already. See if they turn around and say, well, they just added they're probably going to add a link to it, which is
Yeah.
fine. I would prefer
Yeah,
they do that.
add
than
a
anything
link.
else.
add the
Yeah,
link.
add the link.
Yeah.
Send us a check.
Right, hook us up.
Yeah, Snyder. Snyder, 2 days. Come on,
Snyder.
bro. Send me a check.
Come on, Snyder.
Algorithm, pick it up. You know where I live. If you don't, just follow me. Just tap in. Follow me.
Follow me. There was something I saw in that news recap about Australia being unfriended. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, that was through Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook unfriended them or something.
Yeah.
Everybody in Australia, that's fucking crazy.
They were cut off from Facebook. And now they're finally being welcomed back. They were cut off for some years.
Wow.
They could not use Facebook.
Damn.
You
They
know
must-
what?
They
man?
must have had a fucking wonderful life.
I was just going to say, I wonder how that would feel without Facebook.
Right?
Imagine if everybody said, you know what? Fuck this shit and stop messing with it.
Dude,
I'm going to go outside and do stuff.
Right.
I feel like it would,
3 hours later. Fucking Facebook.
I feel like for black folks it'd be like the end of the Wiz and shit. Can you feel it? Just everybody just unzipping out of their shit and just jumping around and shit. Like it if you had no Facebook for an entire just for an entire day.
Nah, you need more than a day.
You think a week?
Yeah, I think a week.
I would say an entire week.
The entire week.
If Facebook went down for an entire week, you couldn't do shit on Facebook for an entire week.
Let it be a week when we've already been advertising an event for a couple of weeks. So, so everybody knows where to go. I was like, damn, I haven't talked to these. Everybody's down at Plaza Almira.
Right. So check it out. I've been in Facebook jail for 90 days. So
Have you?
I've never been locked up. I've never been locked up, and
So
I've
I've
said
been
some
What, they just,
outlandish
like,
shit.
Kick
block
you out? Just
completely.
block you?
You know what's fucked up though? They allow you to see messages, but you can't respond.
Oh,
Wow.
So I'm like, that's rude as fuck.
yeah.
You're gonna take my ability to even respond away, but you're gonna let me see it because you're like, here's one you get to watch. You know what I mean? You get to see. So then I'm like calling people like, yo, you just sent me a message on Facebook, fam. I'm in Facebook jail. You know what I mean? Because I can't respond. You can see all the messages coming in, but you can't respond.
What do people get locked up in space? What did you get locked up in spaceship Facebook jail for? I was
I
supposed to say spaceship jail. What'd you get locked up in spaceship jail?
I posted something that went against community standards, and it had to do with gays and lesbians. And it, but it was, I reposted it. I didn't make the post.
Right, you just
I
reposted.
reposted it. And when I reposted it, they were like, oh no, click. And
Damn.
I went to jail for 90 days.
Damn.
Ain't that a bitch? I ain't create the shit and just man.
Yeah.
See,
They didn't even give you a warning. They just, okay, you're in Facebook jail. But I forgot what it was. It had to do with, okay. It had to do with women, lesbian women, and snails. I remember now. And I was in
Had to
Facebook.
do with lesbian women and snails.
I was in Facebook jail for 90 days.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Man, bro. So I've never been locked up. I hope I never do get locked up. But if I do, goddamn it, somebody put something on my book. I'm pretty pissed off.
You gonna take a break? Trust me.
I might. I'm not even going, because
Like Facebook jail or jail?
Facebook jail.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to get locked up for real.
Still send me ramen.
Right?
Right. Send me something, goddamn it. Just make sure the ramen ain't got corn in it. That's all I say. No corn.
Yeah.
But no, there was this other thing I saw that really excited me. And I think it'll excite you too.
Okay.
There's this clip that I added, and I put it in the drive under new game trailer.
Let's see. Okay, I see it. There it is.
Here's a game that's coming out that will pretty much be a new way of utilizing martial arts, looking at that type of video game play. And this is going to be coming out soon. This is for the platform PS5.
Okay.
And it's called Sifu. Check this shit out.
We're probably gonna get tagged for this too.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm in already. Oh, was it Tekken?
No. Sifu.
Oh, shit. I'm in. Subway. Guacatelas. Quiero cantado.
Respawns is an old guy.
Older.
Get better. Stronger. You learn different moves, different fight styles.
As you die?
As you get older. You get better and better over time.
Man, this shit looks like fun.
Wise one.
Yeah.
Sifu?
Yeah.
Sifu? So fuck with the old man.
Yeah.
Sifu.
Sifu?
Nigga.
That's dope.
Sifu, nigga.
So I wonder.
I definitely want to play that shit.
That shit looks like so much fun. And the fighting, everything is fluid. Notice that. It almost does look like Tekken, though.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
got those
boxy.
boxy graphics. But that's cool. There's other games that fulfill that more realistic need.
Right.
What's that one that came out, I think last year?
Was
The
it the
Samurai
The
game?
Ghost of the, yeah.
That's something I want to play
They
too.
need to drop Def Jam. Fight for New York
Yeah.
again.
Man. You know.
Tekashi's gonna get everybody in the game. The story plot in the end, everybody's going to jail.
Definitely.
Everybody's gonna beat his
Everybody.
ass in the game.
Definitely going to jail.
Oh man, but we need everybody in there like Meek Mills,
We need, man.
Kodak Black,
Kodak, Uzi,
yeah,
Future.
yeah, J Balvin.
Yep.
Like we need all these
Yeah.
characters in this game, man.
Dude,
Khaled.
it's got to be heavy hitters in it.
Yeah.
Khaled's got to be in there.
Another
Skinny
one.
Fat Joe, and then you can
Yeah.
get Big Fat Joe.
yeah.
Yo,
No, that'd be dope.
It's gotta be able where you can get like the new character, like
Just
they have the
think
new
about
characters,
it.
but you
Yeah.
can get the older characters
Yeah,
for the
crack, because you could get the old one.
Yeah. Like Snoop gotta be available, Method Man and all of them,
Yeah.
and you gotta have like these newer dudes on there.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have it like that because it's
It would be bananas. Def Jam, if you're listening, make
Right.
that shit happen.
Make it
right
happen.
away.
Just imagine the $200 one you could sell with an exclusive mixtape and a statue of fucking something.
I don't even think
Right.
Def Jam would do it.
No.
Because Def Jam, as far as I know, pushed their way so far past hip hop that they really started to embrace like the pop and the R&B and shit. They like went into a whole different direction and just completely abandoned that shit.
Man, they need to.
Somebody, I don't know if it's gonna be Def Jam, but somebody needs to buy the fucking rights to that game.
Well, who owned it though?
I don't know.
Who put the game out? I know it was marketed by Def Jam.
Yeah, it was marketed by Def Jam, but I know it was like, 'cause EA Sports was behind it too,
I
wasn't
was
it?
thinking, but I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, somebody needs, whoever has the rights to that game, bring it back,
Yeah.
okay? You could drop the Def Jam. You can keep the Vendetta. Because that's what it was called, right? It was
Yeah.
like Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, Fight for New York.
Just make it
Yeah.
Vendetta. Like, because most of the motherfuckers wasn't even signed to Def Jam anyway. And none of them are.
Yeah.
So might as well just be Vendetta. Just bring back the Vendetta series.
It was EA, Electronic Arts.
There you go. EA Sports. Bring back Vendetta. Partner up with Ukes. Partner up with Ukes. Ukes has a great platform for
Yes,
this
it
type of
does.
shit.
What do you call it? A used version right now is $225.
Damn.
You see what I'm talking about? And that's a used version. And you had every fucking like fire artist of a hip hop Hall of Fame you could think of all on there, and you could beat the shit out of them.
It was crazy, dude.
It was nuts. It was nuts. Redman will tell you, I rip your tongue out and lick my ass with it.
Exhibit, Flip, Bone Crusher, Snoop, Ice-T, Sean Paul, and Slick Rick were on Crow's crew.
Man.
Fucking Bone Crush. Attention!
Right.
Man.
Crooked letter, humpback. It was one of my favorite games, man.
Fat Joe was in that motherfucker,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Meth and Redman was asleep the whole goddamn game and woke up when it was time to fight. He's like, man, what the fuck y'all want?
Right.
That shit was so fucking fire, man.
Then you had obviously Redman, Ludacris, Ghostface, D-Mob, Joe Budden,
Yep.
Method Man, and Sticky Fingers.
Yep.
Ghostface was in that game too, right?
Yeah, Ghostface. Yep.
Sid, that shit was cool, dude.
And then when you unlocked him, you had to fight Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Danny Trejo was in that game.
Yep.
Machete was in the fucking game, yo. Duh, you had to fight that nigga, man. Machete was in the game. What game do you know? See, we embraced Machete. We knew he was Machete before Machete was Machete.
yeah.
We just knew he was the shit.
That's crazy,
It
man.
was like, nah, he in our game.
They need to release a new version of the game, man.
They
With all the
do.
new characters.
They do. But you know what, though? The thing about it is, the roster has to be, it can't just be motherfucking just popular
Six Chris
people.
Browns and
Right? It has to be somebody
Brown,
that, it has to be
Travis.
people that we can actually believe to be
Oh, they would have to be
fighters. Like,
inclusive as well, so they're gonna have to get.
Cardi
right.
B,
Cardi B would have to be in it. Megan Thee Stallion had to be
Nicki
in it.
Minaj.
Nicki Minaj had to be in it.
Then they have to put all the old school rappers.
Yeah.
Eve. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Eve and
I don't know if Eve would have to be in it, though.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ashanti,
Foxy?
It would have been great, but I don't know. I thought Foxy was in it.
Brown.
She wasn't in it?
I don't know.
She wasn't in Vendetta?
I don't remember.
I know it was Lil' Kim, Carmen Electra. There were other girls that were in that in the
Probably Vita Guerrera.
Right.
was it?
I would love to see her in a video game. No.
I know it was multiple girls in the game in the fight for New York, and it was Lil' Kim, it was Carmen Electra, and it was other females, but I'm not sure if they were artists or actresses. I can't remember. But I thought Foxy Brown was in that. I thought she was. Well, she definitely had to be in it. She got to be. You gotta have, and they gotta be believable. So yeah, Chris Brown would have to be in it. Drake would have to be in it,
Oh man.
which means Kanye West would have to be in it too.
Baraccio.
If he allows himself.
Yeah.
But it would be great if he would be. You got to have Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Kendrick, yep. Travis.
You got to have Travis. You definitely got to have Travis. You got to have Travis Scott. You got to have Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
And here's,
Anderson Paak.
And-
You know what I
here's
mean?
the
Like
thing,
weird.
though. Here's the thing, though. And here's how you make it even better. Elemental powers. Like, they actually have, like, little weapons or whatever to their arsenal. Don't make it, like, out of the fucking blue, like they got laser eyes or some shit. But they got, like, a different element to them. Like, Kid Cudi's shit is, like, the whole man on the moon thing. Like, he would have, like, some type of special or something. Like how they have on Injustice, where it's like they have, like, a special move that does something. It's like a cut scene or something dope finisher.
I'd rather just go for a fucking good old-fashioned ass whooping. That's what I liked about the game.
Just
Yeah,
the
'cause they
offense.
used to beat each other with
just a lot of combos, a
bricks
lot of
and- yeah.
beating yourself up with the
But
environment.
that's what I'm saying. They gotta have like when they have like those finishers. Remember they had a finisher was like and they grab you and they do this whole little stomp
Yeah.
out there. It has to have that. It has to have a whole like
Combo.
cutscene
Yeah.
combo. Like it's gotta have something where it's
Yeah.
like they got three out in the car.
They fucking
Travis-
grab you and
Like Travis Scott did a concert where he was in Fortnite and people performing
Yeah, he
people
did.
in Fortnite were running through the game while he was in the concert, and he was sometimes life size tall, and people were just jumping around looking at him and shit. It was dope as fuck. He could actually add that to his cutscene, just finish your ass, just grow up like and stomp your ass out.
That's wild.
It would be wild as fuck. But it plays to what he's done. Chris Brown, he could beat your ass. Like his whole finisher could be whooping your ass and pop locking to it. Like, who would not
Right.
want to see that shit? Like, I'm about to beat your ass and fucking, oh shit. That's it, nigga. I'm about to finish your ass. He takes your heart out real. He Kali Maz your motherfucking ass and just, nigga. This nigga moonwalked out here with my bitch. Look at this shit. They animated this shit. Like, that shit's crazy. Snoop Dogg finisher and shit. Put your head under the hydraulic car and smash it. Like, come on. You gotta
Or he
have
starts
that.
crip walking on you.
Yes, you gotta. Come on
Something.
now. You
Getting
gotta have
high,
it, yo.
Smoking the blunt.
You gotta have it, yo.
Him and Martha Stewart are sitting there baking.
right.
Technology has pushed us this far. We gotta have it. We should by now. That's where it should be. That's where it should be.
Man, Def Jam
We need lugs with spinners on them.
fight
Yes!
for the yeah. Just Def Jam fight for the universe.
Throw his head in that motherfucker. Yeah. That's it. I'm telling you, that should be dope, man. That should be dope. We didn't get flagged for it, did we?
What?
The Sifu.
No, we got flagged for the
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, okay.
yeah, but even YouTube sent the copyright thing.
But that's all. I just wanted to know.
I want to see what they're saying.
But no, that shit is dope to me though.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I'm all for the Def
I'm
Jam.
all for it.
Did you guys happen
Send
to
us a
catch
check.
the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion
The
Grammy thing?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I didn't see her perform.
Very, very ratchet. Like they were talking about no, it was empowering the women. And everybody else was like, no, that was solicitation for women. You guys got to watch it.
Do we have it?
Performance? No, I don't think.
No, we can't. I know
we'll
that
get
we'll get
flagged
flagged for that.
Oh,
We'll
for
get
the
flagged for
Grammys?
it.
Hell yeah. Like a motherfucker.
So, if you guys have not watched it, go watch it. The room stage setting was a huge bed,
Okay.
like a big bed, and an oversized high heel shoe, where it was like the glass shoe that
Yeah.
the strippers normally wear, and that was the money booth, where there was a chick in there and money's just going wild. You know, the set was dope,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, but it was basically here, come buy your pussy, like you know what I mean. That's what it was. It was just weird.
It's been the theme.
That's where we at.
Here's your stimmies. Like, you know
there's-
what I mean?
Stimmy hit.
Stimmies and simps. Watch Watch out for the mixtape.
Yeah, Stimmies and Simps.
Stimmies
Simps and
and
Stimmies.
Simps and Stimmies.
Crazy.
That's funny.
It's bad, man. It's bad out here, G.
It's very eye-opening.
It is.
It's very eye-opening to assess the way the world turns.
You know, I sat and I thought about it because we had that talk last night, and God, that was a funny talk. And I sat and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something about it on the show, but I was like, I'm going to sleep on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. So I slept on it, and then I woke up, and I sat down at my computer, and I found myself. I was like, you know what? No, this is definitely something to talk about today. But not in a way.
We're not gonna go into details
right,
of what was talked about, but
we're not.
we're gonna
But
talk about something.
We're gonna talk about something.
And I'll tell you the full story later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we on?
Yeah,
What?
no.
Because this that's why I said this is a special episode today.
I'm past the crickets.
Because
Yeah.
I feel great today. How do you feel today?
You know, I was doing great up until the drive-in.
Yeah.
And I was I thought about I thought about the thought process to the thought process. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, eventually this shit's gonna hit me. Eventually I'm gonna have to dissect this and do something about it. And then I was like, shit, all right. We're gonna think about it now.
Well, I'm glad because you know what? I'm gonna help you dissect.
Let's
this.
do it.
I'm gonna help you with this because this is not a question of just personal
Yeah, it's
issues. This is something deeper.
yeah, this is we're really hyping this up.
I am.
Whatever.
I am. Because I want to.
You know, and it's something that you have to address, especially in the line of work that we're in, you know. And we've all been going through shit this past months, you know, our own scenarios. But regardless, you know, we're a group. And if something affects one of us, it affects all of us, and we take care of each other.
That's right.
You know, and to see that there's people out there that you considered in that way or allowed in the circle, and then they go and do or say or act a certain way, you know, it's eye-opening, you know, because it makes all those cliche statements about, you know, keeping a tight circle and about, you know, just how to approach and how to carry yourself and how to carry your energy so that you can avoid shit like, you know, situations like that where you're vulnerable, you know, in a way or in a shape or form, you know, and not vulnerable because it's something like, oh shit, now I don't know how to react. It's like, oh shit, I never expected this from, you know, specific individuals.
Well, for something like this, you know, I've always learned to read the signs. And
That's why you're my best friend, bro, because what I don't see, you see.
and
you're usually right.
and when it comes to certain things like this, it all falls under one specific category: insecurity. And if you can't recognize it, you're doomed to fall under those patterns. So what I'm going to do, not just for that person in particular, but for everyone out there, is I have a video, and we shouldn't be flagged for this one. I hope not. But just in case that we do, and they can pick us off, you need to be tuned in to www.1025mke.com because you never know.
Yes, radio you can watch.
That's right.
When you can't watch it on Facebook.
Right. We got our own shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they don't even give a fuck about Australians.
Right.
Can't reject my ass.
Right?
So,
Fucking Oscar winners.
fucking you, Jack.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Fuck them all, huh?
Fuck 'em all.
Fucking Facebook. Harsh. So, there's a video I got. It's called 10 Signs Insecurity.
Yep.
Yes. This right here is a special video.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm playing this is because We all need to be able to spot these signs.
Yeah.
And when we spot these signs, not only in ourselves, but in other people,
Right.
and that way we spot them and we recognize and say, oh, shit, I need to do something about it. Or, oh, shit, I need to let that person know. Or, oh, shit, damn, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I need to handle this a little different, you know? Because sometimes people do things in ways and we just like, you know what? I'm going to fuck this motherfucker up on sight. Because naturally that's what you want to do. And in some cases, you're right.
Yeah. Some cases you are right.
You are right. But sometimes you need to understand before you throw that punch or you throw that foot or you empty that shell.
Because sometimes those punches are going to land, but they ain't going to mean anything because the other person ain't ever going to learn.
Yeah,
Right.
they're not.
You know, so they're not worth it.
Let's jump into it.
So let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's watch this. Hold on. And yes, Mila, they showed a lot of cheeks.
Did they?
They
We're going to have to do some research.
lots and lots. Yeah, they showed lots of cheeks on TV. Here
We're
we
going to
go.
have to watch that after the show.
I like this.
Do you find yourself constantly comparing your life with others? If you're avidly checking up on old classmates, your ex, or even your friends on Instagram or Facebook, let's be real here. Are you really just curious, or does it come from a dark place of self-doubt? It's normal to get insecure every once in a while, but when it's on overdrive, it can destroy you. Here are 10 signs insecurities are ruining your life. 1. You're a perfectionist. Are you a straight-A student, president of your school's debate club, juggling 3 other extracurricular activities, and still make time to hit the gym, eat kale, and finish that extra credit assignment? On paper, you look polished, dedicated, and more than capable. But if you're only doing all these tasks to maintain your image more than as an act of fulfillment, it prevents yourself from living honestly. 2. You're highly competitive. When people are insecure, they have a tendency to one-up others. It's hard for them to be happy for other people's success when it makes them feel inferior. So they try to make up for it and treat everything like one big competition. Step down from the social ladder. Practice gratitude and appreciate other people's accomplishments the same way you appreciate your own. 3. You boast about your accomplishments. It's normal to brag when you go in for a job interview, but if you're always trying to impress others with your certifications, the clothes that you wear, or the car that you drive, something's not right. Your success should speak for itself. Remember, you're not what you say, you're what you do. 4. You get offended easily. Do you take things personally, even if the other person was just providing constructive feedback? It's okay to be sensitive, but when you're always quick to put your walls up, it makes it hard for people to help you, or even enjoy being around you for that matter. 5. You also offend others. It's one thing to feel attacked, but it's another thing to do the attacking. Have you been lashing out at others or been putting them down? If this is what you resort to in order to feel superior, you're only being rude and unapproachable. 6. You avoid commitment. Insecure people have a habit of ruining perfectly good relationships with others. If you've been keeping someone at arm's length or avoiding the "what are we" conversation, you're not just signing up for miscommunication, you're hurting someone who deserves a straightforward answer. On the contrary, you may also depend on your partner too much, wanting to feel desired but refusing to commit. 7. You feel a need to please others. Are you quick to help others before putting your own health first? There's a fine line between being kind and overextending yourself. Insecurity often causes the individual to feel as though their lives do not belong to them. Consequently, they may lose themselves further by fulfilling other people's happiness. This can easily cause you to feel resentment. Remember, you have more control than you think. 8. You live on social media more than in the present. Taking photos so you can look back on them one day is great. But are you constantly updating your Instagram instead of living in the moment? When you're preoccupied with your online reputation, how many likes you get, and being in the spotlight, you grow dependent on being noticed and seek validation from others. 9. You constantly think about what you don't have. When your insecurities build up over time, you may be prone to developing anxiety and depression. Telling yourself you're not good enough can cause you to believe you're not worthy of having friends, so you begin to retreat, which is a common symptom of these mental disorders. And 10, you run away from your potential. Do you live more in your imagination than in reality? Insecurity has a habit of robbing us of our opportunities to grow. You might have talents, brains, and skills to achieve your dreams, but what holds you back are your fears. Instead of moving past the fear of failure, you might just share your ideas with people to get some sort of praise, but they'll never get to see you actualize them. What insecurities are you struggling with right now? We're all ears. Let us know in the comments down below. And for more helpful content, please be sure to also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, subscribe. That shit was dope.
There's at least people that we know with like at least one or maybe three. All together. So if you know somebody that's like, has one of those things, yeah, something to walk a little softly on.
Yeah.
You see people like more than one, okay. It's fragile. That's a delicate person there.
Yeah.
I need to assess my involvement with the person like that.
Right.
See, people are afraid of micromanaging because they feel like if they don't address stuff, they have to micromanage it. It's either one or the other. It's no. Sometimes there are friends that you have for specific reasons, people that you associate with,
Yeah.
and that is fine. Some friends don't mix with other friends, and it's better that way. It's always like that.
It is, because then you can keep different points of view,
Exactly.
you know? Because if everybody's in the same clique at all times, you all think alike.
Y'all think
So
alike.
it's always good to have that outside of the box.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know?
now, don't get me wrong. If they all gelling like that, then cool.
Yeah,
Let it happen. But if that happens, let it happen naturally.
yeah.
Don't force it.
Don't
Don't
force
force
it.
Yeah, don't force it.
You know?
There's a thing where I've always said this, that you're always going to agree to disagree, right? But just because you think different than I do doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I want to understand your point of view. So I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, most people in those situations don't want to talk about shit. And if they right away they're combative.
Yeah.
They don't know how to communicate. So communication amongst people that agree to disagree
Yeah.
becomes well, why you always got to play the dominant?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you're the what do you call it? You're the passive one because you don't want to talk about it. So yeah, it's
See, the problem with that is, you know, because they don't talk about it, they bottle it up. And they try to put on this facade. And it's strange because in the time that we live in, especially, remember how we felt after we saw Judas and the Black Messiah. And just that vibe of looking
Damn, I
at
never
that
even thought of
person.
it. That movie never even crossed my mind.
It never crossed your
No.
mind.
Nope. And you just put it right there, you son of a bitch.
I'm looking
I
at
take that
this.
back. Your mother's a wonderful woman.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking. I looked at it, and that's what I said. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to speak on that, on this particular matter.
Yeah.
Right.
It's key, man. It's key. Like, what I've learned in the past month is that we are going. Something came in or came out.
this is me.
Oh, okay.
okay.
All right. You know, what's coming in front of us due to the work that we're putting in, you know, it's going to affect us all differently. You know, L as, you know, owner operator, like the headmaster, is going to be a different experience for him than us, you know. And you have to be okay with that, you know, because if you're comparing yourself with, you know, best friends or people that are being successful in other fields that require different sacrifices, you know, you're never, unless you're matching dollar for dollar, you're never really gonna feel that sense of, oh, okay, you know, I'm doing this, you know.
Right.
And if you're basing your worth off dollar for dollar, then you already fucked up the game, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm okay with where we're going, and I know shit like, you know, this and people like that, you know, are gonna come across because we are literally going through every aspect of our life and keeping what we need to get us to where we're going, you know, and moving everything else to the side. And sometimes when things get pushed to the side, they show you who they really are, you know. And what do? You just keep moving. Yeah. I've gotten this far by keeping moving, and ain't shit gonna slow me down.
Right.
You know, so it is what it is.
But now that you see like signs of that stuff, you see that stuff, and knowing it and recognizing it, like we can't be psychiatrists. We can't all be doctors.
You can't save everyone.
We can't fix everything, and we're not supposed to fix shit like that. In certain ways, we would handle it differently, or how we, you know, bring things around you, or how we address you will be handled differently. But not knowing sometimes is one of the things that affects it. It affects the relationship.
Yes.
Because a person that is insecure is not going to tell you they're insecure because they're insecure about it.
Yeah.
That's a very hard fucking
But they'll show
thing.
you.
They'll show you. And it's like their ways of crying out for help. Because it's their tells. It's their tells. And it's like if you don't get it, you know, you don't care. It's just, like they said, it's a disorder. It really is. And it's crippling. It's crippling when it goes unchecked.
Right.
Not just from that person itself, but from someone else. And sometimes you can, you know, you can check a person about what you expect from them. But when you checking somebody about what you expect from them, it's not necessarily the problem itself, so they're able to withdraw. Because, oh, you haven't figured it out yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Good try. Good try. You're hot.
I'll just let you feel around, and once you're done, I'll be able to ease out of this. But this is that moment for me.
Yeah.
This is that moment, and I felt like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Just because. Because I felt like, you know, especially for my brother here, because my brother does a great job of orating to people and letting people know exactly what it is that we do here and what we bring to the table and what this is and what we've done from the very moment that we sat down when his legs were broken. We sat in his house and he pitched what he wanted to do. You know, I was down for the cause. And it wasn't like I was coerced or promised anything. This is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be in this business. I was well working in MPS. But at the same time, this is what I wanted. And it just so happened that we had the resources just between the you know, the people that were in the room to, you know, go and do, you know, this. And we've had so many people come through these doors as we were building and showing them and telling them, this is what we're going to do. 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 This is what we're going to do.
And this is how we going to do it.
And this is how we're going to do it. And you would see the yites and the, oh, that's what's ups. And the, that's cool. Let me know when that happens.
Right.
And even with that being said to us, normally in other boroughs where people are experienced in that, they would say, "Oh, that's a diss. You're not trying to see me shine." Not us. We're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
My
motto is I do whatever the fuck I want.
We're polite about it. We like, okay, we'll let you know when it's done. You can come and see it then.
Yeah.
We finished. Yeah, come check it out. Yeah. This is what we about to do next. Da 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 da. Yeah, all right. We'll see. Let me know when it's done. Still, hey yo, come check this out. Look, we did it, and this is what we're about to do next. Still, yeah, all right. We'll see. Let me know when it's done. And as you're doing that, and as we're building, we're starting to see people that are actually coming in and asking, hey, what can I add to this? How can I be a part of this? How can I help with this? What do you need from me for this to work a lot faster? What do you need for this to look even bigger than what you had? People are adding to it. And we're just as welcoming. We're not sitting with the, yeah, all right, call us when you got it. Nah.
Because it boils down to the confidence. Like, I'm confident that if there's something I don't see when it's going into a partnership or bringing somebody in, you'll catch, or Ella catch, or Eddie will catch, or Mike will catch. It has been the natural outline of how we operate. Like, we don't force this shit. We equally put in our part, and it just happens to work the way it's supposed to work.
Right.
And that's what motherfuckers get intimidated by. The fact that they can't buy loyalty.
Right. Right. That's a whole nother animal. That's a whole nother animal.
And you can't buy loyalty, and you can't command it because you can't lead. People lose respect for people who say they want to do stuff, and then you never see them do it. It's like that thing said. One of the 10th way of realizing that your insecurity is ruining your life is you're running away from your potential. When you have opportunities being given to you to show that you can do this, to show that you can do that, opportunities to shine and to be what you say you're gonna be, and you drop the ball, you walk away from it, you step away from it, you shut down, you switch up and you say, not this year, maybe next year.
You procrastinate.
You make excuses and things like that. You never make it happen. So people look at that and they say, well, this ain't what you want to do. This ain't for you. This leading part. This I can't really trust you for things like that.
Right.
Like, one of my work models has always been, you got to be a better Indian than a chief.
Yeah.
Like you can't. If you can't at any given moment humble yourself and work as hard, if not harder, than those helping you out, then you shouldn't be up top.
Right.
Because there's no way, and you have to be humble to accept the fact that sometimes there are other motherfuckers out there that will come and they will lead the way. Even if you're the leader, they know a little bit more. Yeah. They can get you a little bit farther, and you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm okay with that. If shit hits sideways, then obviously you address it accordingly. You address it accordingly. But in the meantime, if he's gonna lead and knows the way, then by all means, what do you need from me?
Right. Make the light brighter.
Exactly. Yeah, and for some people, that is the nail in the coffin. That is the hill that they would die at when it comes to that ability to humble yourself, to work with people that might be better, equipped for what the task is, And I think that's why that's where we find our success, where people come in here and they see that, yeah, we do shit,
Yeah.
but we do it together. You know?
It's a unity. There's an actual unity into what's going on. There's a cohesiveness.
Yeah.
See, people don't get that. They don't, because they don't know this business, number one. And number two, they can't understand why people will be committed to this. And because they don't understand the business, they don't understand that. They don't get it. They'll sit there and be like, well, that's not normal how people do things. They don't just jump up and just do it independently. They go work for somebody and work their way up. That's what they're used to. They felt that's the safe route. And if you get there fast, you must have been somebody great. Never mind the guys that are successful because they were independent and doing the shit on their own, and they got in that way. They just figured, well, they're working with a big company now because they got the big company's attention with their independent ways of thinking. That's the way it works. You don't get it by waiting on the mail. Like, they're not going to mail a career to you.
Right.
You have to go get it. You're not going to get it going this way and going that way and walking away from it. It's not going to chase you.
You got to be able to attack it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing in this industry. What we're doing, we got a lot of hands on deck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the team that we've curated, they all know their place. They know what has to happen. They know what needs to happen for it to keep moving. You know what I mean? And in some instances, like you said, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. But then once you have enough Indians and everything falls into line, you start to win. You know what I mean? And that's what other people don't understand is those people are looking at us going, well, what are they doing? We winning. We winning, and we're about to keep winning because it's the way we do shit, and people have to understand. And we all have our instances, we all have things that we got to handle and things we got to take care of, but we still talk about it. See, other people don't talk about it.
It's ego. It's this
Ego.
persona. It's just a whole bunch of heads in a room.
Right.
You
And
know?
nobody wants to address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is just work. It's got to get done. That shit has to happen.
Just because we're not a 9 to 5 doesn't mean that we spend most of our time here. You know?
Right.
It's no different than working at a warehouse. It's no different than fucking moving a forklift. And, you know, it's no different. We're here.
There's actually more work involved.
We bust our ass in this fucking
Because if we don't understand each other and where we're trying to get to, then we ain't fucking gonna get anywhere.
Right.
Because everybody's gonna be with that doubt.
Right.
You know,
I've seen creatives that have tried to do similar shit, but you know, different forms of business.
Yeah.
And they fall apart.
Yeah.
I've seen guys start real estate companies, and they all come in with this great idea that they're gonna all work together, and they're gonna have once they start being with each other a little bit more than 40 hours a week, they want to kill each other. You know what I mean? It's I can't deal with these motherfuckers. But now they no longer have a real estate company together. You know, because they started bumping heads and they couldn't see eye to eye. And one guy said, "No, I want the plant over there. No, I want it over there." Or no, why is it gonna even be here? You know,
Right.
so there's a lot of that type of shit that happens, and that all falls on communication and knowing who your team is. Okay, if you don't know who your team is and you can't understand that shit happens and life happens, we know that life happens, and we sit down, we take a breather, and then we keep it moving. It's back to normal. You know what I mean? Or back to what we think is normal.
Yeah, because it's COVID.
Right.
It's after COVID, so there's no
Yeah.
fucking thing as normal.
Right. So
Exactly.
it's kind of, for us, it's like, well, you know what? We're diligently working through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's either way you slice it, you want to coat it, fog it, salt it, whatever the fuck you guys want to call it, we're moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's all dependent on your team.
Exactly.
So
That's why we have no bitch acidry here.
yeah,
None.
exactly.
We couldn't do that shit. We can't have that shit here.
Right.
Not at all.
You know? And we don't move with the doubt. We don't have room for that.
Right.
We don't have the room for I can't. It's either we do or we don't. There is no try.
Or we fix it in post. Audio's fucked up. Fuck it. We'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post. Yoda said it best. You either do or don't. There is no try.
Yeah.
Trying is just planning to fail.
Yeah.
Either you can or you can't. And if you can't, I need you to move out the way so I can find somebody that can.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
Yeah.
That's a huge factor, is that removing somebody or having them step aside to fulfill a task.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't have any quorums that way.
Yeah.
It's one of us like, hey, man, can you get this done? If you can't, just say so and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, that type of shit.
That type of shit. And it's
It's-
nothing personal. It's just
Right.
what it is.
And
This
we're
is-
some young bucks.
Right.
This ain't like this team has been together for years upon years. We just happened to run our first year through a fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
We're like when the fucking turtles got dumped with ooze and shit. They ain't motherfuckers didn't know they were going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Speaking of turtles,
Uh-huh.
especially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't know
The
if
new
you-
game?
I don't know if you've seen this.
Do you have a clip?
Can you play a quick clip for me?
Let me see what we got.
Aw shit.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Okay.
Have you seen this?
I'm not sure. I did see some things that I liked, like possible game or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it in the middle there? Oh, let me do this in the middle.
This, I saw this and I got immediately excited, and I put this in the drive a while back, and I was gonna play this, and I always ran out of time and forgot.
Okay.
But it was so interesting that this shit came up last night, so I was like, oh, perfect time to play.
Here we
Let's
go.
run it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. They got me already.
Yeah.
I know this.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in the hot shell. They are the world's most fearsome fighting team. The heroes in the half shell and their queen. When the evil Shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut them no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads Donatello does machine. Raphael's cool but rude. Michelangelo's a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in the hot shell.
We need to.
On-
4 players.
We need to secure some more bags so we can have all
yeah.
4 of those, all 4 of those arcades outside,
Yes.
Back to back.
back to back.
Yes.
Oh man, or a system that has all of them built in.
Yes. That's a brand new one. That's a whole new adventure.
Man,
See, for people that don't know, me and this man and other people flipped that game.
Yes,
we
yes.
flipped that arcade at the up, down, down.
with a
in one
motherfucker
session.
that was dressed as Shredder.
With a motherfucker dressed as Shredder came up to
Authentic.
us right after the
Authentic
shit.
Shredder.
We have a picture with this motherfucker, yo.
Yeah.
After we beat the game, Shredder came out.
Oh, wow.
And we took a picture with him after we flipped the game. It was so fucking funny, but it was random as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it gonna come on? Is it you talking about just an upright?
This is yeah.
Oh,
this,
is it?
This is. I don't know if it's an upright. I think this is
That's
like
probably
a.
something you can
I think you download
or some shit.
Yeah.
We
But
don't have
we
to get
we
that
got it.
shit.
I know we were talking about that one thing. Remember we were talking about
Oh
the
yeah, that system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want to get that.
one. Would that be?
I don't
would that
think
be something
so.
that you could add to
could
that?
probably something you can upload to it.
Yeah. I'm thinking with that system, you could upload that into
Yeah.
it.
There's a you talking about the mod system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, man. There the one dude that was showing it had every single game console loaded on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, from the old Atari stuff with all the games
Yes.
to the latest with all the games.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only ones I was interested though was in the fucking arcade ones.
Okay, yeah.
The Simpsons,
The
the
Ninja
X-Men, the
Turtles,
Ninja
X-Men.
Turtles.
Capcom versus
Capcom,
Marvel. I wanted.
If you put Road Rash on that motherfucker,
Yeah.
the Sonics, you know.
All
Man.
the NES stuff.
Yeah. Like pretty much more the arcade where you can have multiple people just, you know,
Yeah.
Going at it.
going at
Yeah.
it. You know, that'd make it more fun.
Tekken Tag or some
The
shit.
X-Men game. I don't know if
X-Men.
I-
Oh man, that would be dope.
Yeah.
The X-Men game used to be the shit.
Check it out, man.
Hell yeah.
Old school, man.
That's exciting. We're gonna have to figure out that game.
I'm telling you, though, that's gonna be the shit right there. That's gonna be the shit.
Oh man. So shall we leave this topic? We got 7 more minutes.
Yeah, we can leave.
I mean, we can leave it. I have a final thought, which we can play us out, and it's the actual word of wisdom from Joe Rogan
Oh shit.
that he has, and
You know,
actually
people
play
really
us
hate
out.
Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah, they think he's too opinionated and he doesn't lean one way or the other. I mean, he's too.
But I mean, why?
But he's like any normal human. You know, you lean one way or the other depending on the day and how the fucking weather is affecting you.
But that's the dumbest thing about it. Nobody is just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody should be just one way. You're either left or conservative. No, you really don't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be either or. You can be down the middle about a lot of things.
And you might be one thing one day and you decide that
Yeah.
it's not for you anymore.
It's motherfuckers that don't feel shit about gun violence until it's on their doorstep.
Right.
True.
You know, you don't. It's people that don't even think about abortion until you're in that situation. But you know, it is what it is. It's based on life. Live life. You know, make those choices as you go. And so what if you have an opinion on stuff? You have an opinion on it. Oh well.
Just like people have assholes.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's got one.
Everyone's got
Everyone's
them.
got them. And it's all good. You know, and you may not agree with everything Joe Rogan says. You may not agree with every opinion that he has. And that's cool. You know. But and I don't agree with everything that he says.
Same here.
But it just so happens that when I was looking for videos and I was looking at stuff that I wanted to talk about, this little clip was one of the things that I saw. And it was so fitting to today's subject that we were talking about, insecurities. And I felt like it was like, wow, sometimes the universe just tells you, hey, talk about this.
Hey, and everybody that's listening or you reshare, please share this and tag Joe Rogan. We want to go viral. That should be dope.
That would be dope. If you do see Joe Rogan, tag him, please. Yeah, because that'd be, we should start
Tagging people.
tagging people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's tag Joe Rogan.
I was gonna say we could
I need some alpha brain.
because I want to like cut some clips and then put it on Instagram and like tag the celebrities because I feel like they're mostly on Instagram.
And we're gonna play this clip before we end.
It's,
Or how long is it?
marinate on this.
Yeah. How long is that video?
How long is it?
6 minutes.
6
Yeah,
minutes.
we can-
All right, we'll write
we're
it out
gonna-
then. We'll say bye before we started. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to our conversation today.
Yes.
I know we got deep, but that's how we do it.
Right.
We are
Trust
the
us.
Method Lab.
And there's a method to the madness on
Yes,
this.
yes.
So trust me, if this didn't go to you, then it wasn't meant for you.
Yes.
But
we are
trust me, it's for
out.
somebody.
We out of here. Let's play this.
Later.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yep. So, but that's the problem with forbidding stuff.
Yeah.
It never works.
Well, it's also Italian food and wine seem to go hand in hand, and it's. I mean, they used to be what they drank because they were concerned with getting sick, right? And one of the best ways to not get sick was to drink wine.
The alcohol content.
Well, yeah, the alcohol content would keep the water from. I mean, like if you just drink water all the time, especially if it's sitting still, you could get some bad fucking water, right? You can get bad water from a lake. I mean, how many? They didn't know jack shit about parasites back then. How many people got some terrible diseases from drinking puddle water and shit? You know?
I'm sure a lot.
Oh yeah, you just find some water, like, oh, we're thirsty, time to drink.
Yeah.
or even a creek. You drink in a creek and you think like, oh, this is a beautiful stream. This is clear water. Yeah, but a beaver took a shit just 100 yards ahead.
Exactly.
And you don't know about it. You get what's called beaver fever. Yeah. That's what, for real, that's what they call Giardia. They call it beaver fever.
Yeah, that can be good.
No, it's terrible. So they used to drink wine to prevent what they would call traveler's disease, because people would take those. What are those things called? The leather things that they would carry wine in. I want to say flask, but it's not a flask. What are those leather satchels?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought they used flask for that, but I'm not sure.
Might be. There's a term. It's like a leather bag, and it had like on the end like a cork, and they would just drink from that, and that's how they would hydrate.
Yep.
People must have been just hammered all day.
Yeah. When you read the statistics of how much people used to drink, it's amazing that anything ever got done, because it's just people were drinking morning through night.
And they must have been horrific to each other.
Yeah.
Then just imagine like a whole civilization that is a drunken bar at 1 a.m.
Angry, drunk. You know, it's funny because I never, I mean, I've seen it enough that I get it. People get edgy and weird where when they drink too much, but I never got it, because to me it's like, if I'm drunk, it's like, that's when I'm happy. I want to hug people. Fuck, why would I want to be in a bad mood? This is awesome.
Well, you're a nice guy.
That's what it is that comes out.
If you're a fucking asshole,
it shows up. I see.
Especially if you're just barely keeping that asshole under the surface. Just barely. You just want to fucking stab everybody and club them and steal their women. And then you get a couple of drinks in you. And alcohol is a great social lubricant, right? It's great for releasing inhibitions and letting people communicate with each other more freely and have fun. But it removes doubt. And that's not good.
Right.
I think doubt is critical.
Yeah.
Like, doubt is one of the pieces of the great puzzle, right? The great puzzle has many ingredients, and one of those ingredients is doubt. And doubt is important. You should look at anything you're about to contemplate and go, let me think about this. Let me think what could go wrong. When you get a couple of drinks, fuck it, let's do it.
Let's go.
Woo! And then next thing you know, you're on an internet meme.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that yesterday, like some of the more ridiculous ones. But there's so many of those out there, and almost all of them have to do with alcohol.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. And I think what you were saying about doubt, there's a great Alan Watts, the guy who popularized Zen and Taoism and all of that stuff. He had this great line. He called it the wisdom of insecurity. You know, this idea of tread real careful. There's a wisdom there in not being overly dogmatic, and which doesn't mean. The problem is then people take that concept too far, and that turn it into having no balls and not being able to take a stand. That's not the solution either. That's the other side of the problem. But there's a sweet spot in between where you can take stances, but they are careful stances. They are stances that are very willing to be changed at the drop of a dime if you show the good evidence to change them, you know?
Yeah.
That to me is what intellectual honesty looks like, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good to be aware of all the possibilities. I used to tell people that when I was teaching Taekwondo, like people that would compete, if they were really, really nervous, I'd be like, the really smart people are really nervous because you're aware of all the possibilities, of everything that could go wrong. The people that aren't worried about it at all, they're usually dumb.
There's that, but also to me there are some people, like I look at some of the people who are able to keep it together in this, like kind of like Chuck Liddell, right? Take a nap right before a fight kind of thing. I can tell by look at those guys and just be like, you know something I don't know. You know, there's something there that you're doing.
Confidence, for sure. I mean, Chuck had been knocking people unconscious for many, many years, and he knew exactly what to do. And I think he knew he was good at it.
There's that for sure. And I think there's the other side is knowing that, okay, if I have decided to do it, fear is not going to help me now. You know, it helped me to make decisions earlier, but right now it's not going to help me. So let's figure out. Man, it was hilarious. There's my girlfriend fights MMA professionally.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, she's wild, man.
I've been paying attention to your escapades online.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
She's crazy. She literally had that Chuck Liddell mode where she took a nap right before a fight, and you know, like 45 minutes before you have to wake her up, going like, "Hey, ready?" And she's all like, "Okay, ready to roll." And I'm like, I would not sleep for a week prior. How do you manage to keep it together
It's
like
good
this?
to do.
you know?
I used to do that. I used to sleep before fights. It's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but you just can get yourself into a more calm state.
Yeah.
It's so much better than frantically running around and freaking out and fretting. Plus, it freaks out your opponents. I would sleep like right on the bleachers. I'd just go to sleep right there, and everybody else would be nervous and shit, and you're sleeping.
Exactly.
You know?
You look at
Wait a
that.
minute.
I'm supposed to fight that guy. The
Yeah.
guy was sleeping right before the fight. Hell no. Like the first match he did, well, it was nuts because you're in the locker room and there's the guy sitting next to you. Goes out for his match, come right back. His side is
Covered in
split
blood,
open, covered in
yeah.
blood, and they're telling you, "Okay, you get ready. You're going next." And I'm dying, right? I'm just thinking, "How the hell?" And she's all like, "La la la."